Hey everybody, it's Drew with DB Cutlery. Today we are going to be making micarta, or at least making an attempt to. What I plan on doing is I want to finish off this ulu knife. As you can see, my design on the inside definitely still needs some work. I need some fine tuning, and I need to do a finish grind on this so it doesn't look all crappy like that. And I want to put a blade on it. This is my first attempt at one of these. I think I did okay so far. And this, as mentioned in one of my earlier videos, I am a hobbyist. This is only my third knife that I've made so far. No, correction, number 4. When I started it, it was my third, but now this is number 4. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and make the handles for this, the scales, and we're going to make it out of micarta. So what I have here today is I have, this will be my mold, just an old, and I know it looks dirty, but it has actually been cleaned with soap and water. I can't get the rest of those out. It's about as clean as it's going to get. But it's just an old like pencil box that I found. We're going to be using Scotch Brite scrub pad to put in there. This will just be my mixing stick. We're using Bondo fiberglass resin that I got from Walmart, and the liquid hardener to go with it. We're going to put a dye in, or not a dye, but a color. We're going to color this because when you put just the fiberglass resin in, it kind of comes out kind of a yellowish tint, almost looks, I don't know, like a straw color towards it. So we are going to use some oil-based paint that I got just from the arts and crafts section. It's just a yellow oil paint. I don't know how well that's going to work, so wish me luck on that. I'm going to start off with just mixing a small amount in this little coffee can lid and see how well it works. And we are using parchment paper to line the mold, and then we'll put a piece of parchment paper over the top of it. And with a lot of micarta that I've seen, people will use a mold and they will take like strips of denim, or I've seen somebody use paracord, and they will clamp that sucker down for all it's worth. But when I saw the guy do handles out of Scotch Brite micarta, he didn't do that. He just more or less laid something over the top in this fashion and then just weighted it down. I think he used like a brick, like a red brick or something, like you would use to, you know, on the side of your house or whatever. So that's everything we have right now. So the first thing I guess we have to do is get started on this, and we will do that in just one moment. Don't forget, this is Drew with DB Cutlery. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy the content, and if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please leave them in the comments below. We will be starting up an Instagram page as well, and maybe even a Facebook page. This is for knife making hobbyists. This isn't for, you know, the professional guy that, you know, wants to make knives as a living. This is just something I do in my spare time on the weekends when I'm not out fishing or running around in the woods camping or whatever. So let's go ahead and get started in just a moment. When we come back, I'm going to take a quick break. I got to get a few things together, and once I do that, we're going to get started. So we'll see you then. Okay, so we're back. I removed the blade out of here, and I got some protective items such as some gloves, and I am wearing a mask to help me with the fumes. It is a respirator mask, which is what I suggest anybody messing with this stuff should do. So we are going to get this parchment paper to, it's not exactly easy with these gloves on, but we'll get it. I am a novice. Remember that. I'm a hobbyist. I do not do this professionally. And it is really, really difficult with these gloves on. I probably should have waited, which is what I'm going to do, is take these off so you can also use wax paper to do this. From what I'm told. But they say that the parchment paper is a little bit better because it won't stick as much to the resin. This will be the piece we put on the top. So with the Scotch Brite, we're just going to place it in, and you know, this is actually kind of thin, but we're going to try it and see how it works. So I'm just going to center it, and we'll put it right there. I'm going to get my gloves back on because now it's time to start messing with this fiberglass resin. So it says to use 10 drops of hardener for every ounce. And I'm going to guess that this is about 4 ounces in this little lid that comes with it. And I'm just going to pour some in here. That looks like about 2 to 3 ounces. I don't know. But before I put yeah, I could even smell the fumes through this mask. We're going to try some of this yellow paint. The guy that I watched, he was using model paint in those little, and that might work better, but we're going to try what we have here. Makes it kind of look like mustard almost. And this stuff is messy. So now we're going to put hardener in. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with 25 drops. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I'm going to put 30 in because it looks like it could be 3 ounces. I have no idea. This is all just going by and we're going to see how this works here. I'm going to mix this hardener in really well. And now we're just going to pour it in. See how it works. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more than that. Yeah, we're going to need like 20 times that amount. So let's just fill this up again. We're going to put a few more drops in. Well, first let's mix let's mix this in really good. Let's put some, that's not quite as yellow, but 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. We're going to mix that hardener in. Now, one thing you want to do, like if you're putting this over some strips of cloth like canvas or denim or something like that, you want to work fast and maybe in small batches like this, because that hardener, once it takes effect, it takes about 10 minutes for that stuff to start hardening and getting sticky. So try to get some over the whole we gotta make some more. Coming out like mustard. That's the color of it. You really got to work fast because this stuff, like I said, it will start setting up within 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, so I somehow lost about 7 to 8 minutes of the video. This is what it looks like right now. When I'm finished, what I did was I continued to mix together the resin, the paint, and the hardener until I got the entire Scotch Brite pad covered up, and then I put a piece of parchment over it, and like I said, and then I just put a block over it, and I just weighted it down a little bit. From what I understand, you don't need the heavy clamping and stuff like you would if you have like pieces of fabric or something like that. This is just a different way of doing it. One thing I did notice is, I put my finger here, it gets very, very hot when those chemicals mix together, and as it's hardening, it gets really hot. That's something I didn't know. So just be careful when you're doing this. You can obviously tell that I kind of made a mess here. This stuff is already getting a little bit tacky. Like if you look at this, it's kind of tacky. I can't really move this stuff around much. And this is only after maybe 10 or 12 minutes. So anyway, I'm holding this freehand right now because I'm done and I'm just kind of waiting on it. I'll come back and check on this in about an hour, and that'll be the completion of this video, and it'll be our third video. So we'll see you in about an hour. Okay, well, we're back. It has been about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and this stuff has pretty much started setting. If you look, it still needs some time to cure, but maybe I didn't put enough hardener in it. I don't know, because it feels kind of bendy. But let's see what it's like inside. Well, I can tell you from my first time, I think I used a little too much resin because I got a lot of excess all the way around. It's pretty hard, kind of a cool little pattern to it. Sides are a little bit sticky. I need to let it cure a little bit longer, but I think it's going to be thick enough. if you look right there, you can actually see where it says Brite from the Scotch Brite. And I don't like, I'm going to have to get a different tub to mold it in next time, because the middle has, and you can kind of see where there's an indentation here. But all in all, not terribly bad for the first time. So that's my video on making micarta. The next time you see this stuff, it'll be when I'm putting it on the handle of that ulu that I showed you at the beginning of the video. So make sure you stay tuned and look for more videos from us. We'll probably put out maybe one during the week, and then we're going to definitely try to get one in next weekend. There's a lot of excess on the sides here. I might be able to do something else with that as well. It kind of looks pretty cool. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again soon. Once again, I've said it about 15 times now, but I'm trying to get subscribers, so don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and tell anybody else that's into this. If you know somebody, let them know. Hey, come and watch this guy. So your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.